So I was running a little bit late because I was trying to do the new intro, and the new intro popped up right as soon as it was like right around time, but I had already clicked the other one. So we're gonna rewind it, and I'm gonna do the new intro. It's almost exactly the same, but there's one one little difference. And so hold on, let me put the new intro on. It's gonna be about the same amount of time.
My bubby.
Yeah, I wanted to add that clip of Ollie jumping from his dresser to his toddler bed way back in the day to the intro. Just it's such a
It always makes us laugh.
it's a good visual. It's a good visual. Good morning, everybody, for the Saturday morning stretch. I know Trev, you were in here, you were leaving. I know that you go watch Cat Van Comics Man, uh, Daily Comic and Collectible. So, oh, see, there we go. Ollie with the yes, that was when Ollie was watching wrestling when he was real young, and
He would watch the Royal Rumbles.
right,
That was his thing.
and so he yelled at me. I was outside his room and he was yelling at me. So I go over there and he's on his dresser, and I said, "Hold on." I said, "If you're gonna do this, I'm gonna record it." And so we got Ollie jumping from the top rope. So Trev, if you've got to go hit Cat Fan's video, I totally understand. We'll see you in a bit if that's the case. And I know everybody's telling everybody good morning. Yes, Ollie with the parents. Uh, David Comics and Wrestling in the house. Neil Collects is in the house. What's up, guys? Man, I feel like my hair's even messed up, even though I don't have much of it. But I feel like I do need to take the clippers to it again. I want as close a cut to my bald head as possible. I know if I know anyone who knows exactly what I'm talking about, it's probably David's Comics and Wrestling. I don't know how long you let your hair grow out. When I'm keeping it like this, I don't like to let it get too long. I like it as close to the head as possible. Morning, Brian LCS. Good morning. Good morning. Neil Collects. Mr. Prime, did Lady Prime buy you that shirt? No, I picked this Mario Brothers shirt out myself. So I saw it. I wanted it in a medium. I got it in a large, but seems to be fitting all right. Either I'm getting bigger or shirts, the sizes they make are smaller. Uh, so yeah, we're gonna leave it with that. All right, guys. I hope everybody has had a good start to their weekend. I know that yesterday we dropped Ollie off at school. We made our hour pilgrimage to Corpus Christi, Texas. It is about the smallest city I've ever been to, but it would be officially considered a city. We picked Ollie up a hamster a few months ago, maybe it was the last August. We got Ollie and hamster. He named her Walnut, and I don't know what happened in December.
Yeah.
We had Ollie go in there to feed her, and well, actually, I was on the road.
Yeah, I told him to go feed or check on her, and he was like, "Mom, I can't find her. I can't find her." And she has gotten out before, so I was like, "Ollie, she has to be in there because the cats are not acting weird." So he brings the cage to me. He's like, and I see him put his hand in there. There's nothing going on. So then I put my hand in there, and I feel something, and I try not to make a face expression because I'm like, yeah. But then I looked at it, and then I don't know what made me think about it, but apparently hamsters go into hibernation. I didn't know that. I'm in a group chat with my siblings, so they're like, my brother was telling me he might be in hibernation because that happened to somebody he knows, hamster, and I was like, okay. So then I read up on it. I watched videos, and I was like, okay, we're gonna do all the steps that it's telling us.
Yeah, apparently, like when they go into that kind of hibernation, you got to kind of warm them up and revive them. It never happened,
Yeah.
and so we gave Ollie time to grieve. You know, we just didn't want to replace. Hey, look, hey, yeah, you loved your other hamster. We're just gonna throw another one in to replace it. We gave him time to grieve, and maybe about 2 or 3 weeks ago, he started asking for another hamster. So
because we did tell him in the springtime, where we said, okay, maybe in the spring we'll
once again to give him time to grieve. And so we picked one out yesterday. Picked out a male this time, and my fears were revealed to be true because he's a little bit more aggressive than the other one. But I have to tell Ollie, like, give him time. It's a new environment for him. He's scared. You can't just go in there and put your hand in there, especially if it's asleep. And so we have a new hamster. The previous one was named Walnut. This one is named Mo. I tried to tell him, because this species of hamster, they say that you can teach it its name and you can eventually perhaps teach it to eat out of your hand. So I told him to pick a name like something that ends with an E, like Ali. Not that I would tell him to name it after himself, or like Wally, Sammy, because that's what I've heard, that animals kind of respond to the ending part of the name. But he said he wanted to go with Mo because he wanted to name it after a Three Stooges. I tried to go with Larry or Curly, but Mo was his favorite. So Manny the Hobgoblin Collector, good morning, fine sir. Manny posted a picture on Instagram, dedicated it to Ollie James. It is a sketch of the lizard. Manny is extremely talented. So guys, go check that out. Check out some of his artwork. Go check out a lot of his new shorts. Just little quick clips highlighting some of the history of Spider-Man's rogues gallery, if you will. Perhaps the best rogues gallery in the business. I'm partial to Flash, but I know that if I really have to think about it, it's probably Batman or Spider-Man. That's the best villains. Also, let me put this out there. No, I want the tab. Do this. And guys, go check out Well Boar. He just and I don't know if it's coming out on the chat. It's not showing up on my phone, but it's showing up on my laptop. Well Boar posted his first video. He has an awesome haul video. If you guys have time, go check that out. I know that he is a huge supporter of many of us, popping up in the live streams, popping up in the comment section. And he just dropped his first video. Fantastic haul. A lot of 90s goodness, a lot of 90s Batman titles, Batman, Detective Comics. Picked up a lot of the Nightfall era stories. Not being a Batman guy, there was a bunch of books I saw that I wanted to jump all over. It was really cool stuff. So, yeah. All righty. I'm not sure today, Neil, and the reason why is we have something to attend to today. I don't want to be there the whole time. It's just not how I roll. So depending on how early I get home, maybe I can jump in if you guys are playing already. But as far as me being able to make the commitment, I know Melodope Comics was asking. I commented on his video, and his response to that comment was asking if we were getting together Friday or Saturday. And I told him I knew Friday no, because we had Ollie's nephew's birthday to go to. And then told him Saturday I have something planned or something to do. It's just a busy weekend. I told him I would try to link him up with you guys just in case you guys were going to play. So if you guys are following me on Instagram, you know that Lady Prime bought some clown shoes. And
such a hater.
I know, and even like her outfit. Hold on, let me see. There we go. Even her outfit I thought was a clown outfit, and
where's my phone?
She kept telling me that she got compliments after compliments after compliments after compliments, and I even witnessed one of the compliments.
No, several, not just one.
What was the other compliment?
Okay, that was the lady at Target.
Yeah, that's the one I know.
And then when we went to Petco, she walked right by us, and then she was like, "Oh, your outfit's so cute."
She was making fun of you.
No, she wasn't. She made fun of you because she was like, "Wow, you really try to copy her."
I was wearing my checkerboard shorts, my white and black checkerboard shorts, and so your camera's over there. So just there you go. Avoid the light, turn it. There you go. So yeah, she wore that. If you go check out her Instagram stories, she likes to show off what she wore. So
And if you guys don't follow us on Instagram, these are the shoes that he's talking about.
look at those orange clown shoes. So
There we go.
oh, I'm sorry. Look, okay. Manny the Hobgoblin. I'm glad Ollie liked the sketch. I was watching Blade movie. Villain Deacon Frost jump pose. Yeah, man, Blade is a fantastic movie. I do like Deacon Frost. Thought that was an excellent character. So okay, that's what the pose was. I mean, right away, his face lit up. Venom, lizard, and so yeah, he really liked that. It's all cool. I think David may play later. Depends if I'm home in time. Well, if y'all, like I said, if I do play, it's going to be on the tail end of it later, and I want to try to. I was playing on the Switch. I know we what happened last week? Oh, last week I had to keep going in and out of the house because I needed to go pick up food, and so I left Ollie to play, and so didn't mean to kind of like have you guys babysit my son.
Yeah, you act like he was alone. I was there. I was in the house.
Yeah, but what I mean is like they were playing. It's like I just threw Ollie there while I went to go do certain stuff. So that's what I mean by it. And then when I finally got back on, I downloaded Fortnite to the Switch, but I didn't have it on a TV. Had it in the handheld, and dude, it was just not. It was brutal. it was terrible.
My Switch that he downloaded it on.
Oh yeah, because we had downloaded before. I was hoping it was still on there, and I was trying to hurry and rush. And yeah, I'll try to have a better setup. I'm wondering if I could put it on the PS4 and still like link up, because I couldn't hear anything, and I don't know if there is, the audio does the crossplay or not. So yeah, it's all cool, David, if you can't. Yeah, but yeah, I would like to try to keep it going. I just saw it, my beard in this. I want to go trim this too. I prefer my beard to be really close to my face, and I know you like it a little bushy. Is that a
Scruffy?
Scruffy, yes. Let me say this. Scruffy is a safer term. Yes, chicken nuggets or something. Yes, Ollie wanted McDonald's. What's up, Trev? Trev. Hopefully, Cat Fan delivered this morning, as he normally does on his daily comic and collectibles. Made it thanks to the wife kicking my butt and not letting me sleep in. Man, I tell you what, I got up at
5 something.
I had about 2 hours to prep for this live stream, and I didn't start prepping until 20 minutes.
And I can hear him rumbling. So I was like, I got up, I showered, got ready, and I could hear him pacing. Like, yeah.
I wasn't pacing. I was looking for this toy. I was looking for my keys. So this is a toy from my childhood. This is actually my brother's toy. It is the Transformer Point Blank. He was part of the Target Master set. If you are familiar with Transformers, you know the Target Master set was the Transformer came with a little robot that turned into his gun. This is Point Blank. And if you guys can tell, he's got some scratch. He's got some discoloring. He's got a broken piece. There it is right there. Still functions, still transforms, but he's got rusted screws. What I'm trying to say is this toy is extremely well played with. He was well loved in our childhood. We never owned Hot Rod. My brother and I, we grew up in a family that was on the poorer side. My mom was a single mom until she met my stepdad. Then 2 more brothers would come along later on. But we made do with what we had. And so this guy basically served as our Hot Rod. This is one of the better loved toys in our Transformers collection for back in the day. Yes, definitely. Hold on, let me highlight that because that is an appropriate comment. Classic figure. Yes. If I could zoom in on his face, you may see some black pieces and I need to clean him up a little bit. For whatever reason, I remember Point Blank was on some alien world and some kind of glob jumped on his face. It was the gum I was chewing at the time. And so For the longest time, I've cleaned them up, but I need to do some more cleaning up, or I cleaned up and scraped scraped the paint off. But I remember that. And the reason I show that off is because yesterday I was able to finally find the updated version of Point Blank. And so I will open this up. I'll probably do a video on it, opening up. But really excited to add an updated version of a well-loved piece of my childhood. And it even comes with the Target Master, the little robot that turns into the gun that we lost so long ago. So really, really excited.
That packaging.
Oh yeah.
I don't
This
like
is part of Hasbro's initiative to get rid of plastic. That's why you'll see some of the Marvel Legends that just in a box where you can't see the figure. It's terrible. I hate it. What's the point of? I can't see myself buying one of those Marvel Legends and leaving in the package and hanging that on the wall, because I could just buy an empty box from someone. So if I'm going to get one of those, it's getting opened up. Let me jump back to the chat. I don't want to forget everybody. Let me see. Yeah. Okay, here's David. Audio does crossplay, but with Switch, you have to have the Nintendo app downloaded to a phone to do. Wow. Gotcha. Okay. And I figured there was something like that because I know you said you put your daughter on the Switch. And so it was just so hard to play because Ollie's not coordinating with me what's going on. And I think the last rounds we played, it was just Battle Royale. And man, or we had the teams, or I'm not sure how it was. But yeah, it was so hard to follow along with the Switch. I know I was doing terrible. I didn't have you guys to knock them down so I could come kill them while they were crawling around. Enjoyed reading Daredevil 297 to 300. Love Machiavelli. Yes, so part of my reading challenge, my self-reading challenge, was to read the Last Right storyline. And so I'm about halfway through this issue. I keep jumping back into Elden Ring, and I need to stop. Not that Elden Ring's not an escape, but I did challenge myself to read some more. This issue, fantastic. How did I describe it? I think I put it on my community tab that, wow, Daredevil begins his takedown of Kingpin by reminding him of what he lost. That would be Vanessa. And then taking what he has, which would be Typhoid Mary. Her and Wilson Fisk, or, he's using her as an escapism from Vanessa. And basically that issue ends with Daredevil banging Typhoid, recommitting her to a psychiatric ward. But it does end with him in the restroom throwing up. And so I'm like, yes, I like that. I like that when a hero, that internal struggle of like doing what he feels he needs to do, but feeling some regret, some remorse, or some
Isn't that you?
self-loathing. Well, I mean, I am the hero of the story. This issue, however, 298 has not been my favorite start because we're starting to involve the S.H.I.E.L.D. agents. It begins with 2 S.H.I.E.L.D. agents hunting down Daredevil. He's not sure they're S.H.I.E.L.D. agents. In fact, I believe he thinks they are sent by Kingpin. This one was like far more nitty-gritty, like street level. And I just felt like this one kind of started out of place. Still need to go back and finish it. I don't want to say it's a bad issue. I just want to, or the beginning of it took me out, so I kind of held off on finishing it off. It wasn't as strong as the first issue. I like the first issue 297 was good all the way around. Really, really enjoyed that issue. Bottom tier, I like a beard as long as the one I had when I started my channel, but my groomed short 5 o'clock shadow makes for a happy wife. Yeah, see, so you got the opposite. I like the 5 o'clock shadow look. Like, that's my favorite. This gets out of place sometimes, and it feels like it grows one way or the other. And I prefer it close, but Lady Prime wants some scruff. So I wanted to major in philosophy, but my philosophy professor said, "Do you plan to eat in the future? You can't eat ideas." Oh man, alive! Wow. And those quotes, the Machiavelli quotes at the beginning, they're good. And so I liked when you commented on I don't know if it was one of my shorts or whatever. So good thoughts, man. Excellent. If you care enough, you can put those rusted screws in vinegar and it'll eat the rust off. I did that with all my rusty screws in my SNES and SNES controllers. Fantastic. Excellent. Yeah, I kind of want to clean them up a little bit. Make them look as pretty as possible. Super Russ 9000 in the chat. Super Russ, I hope you're getting to feeling better, and I'm looking forward to your return to YouTube when you drop some content. I know you were asking who everybody's favorite Superman from the Reign of the Superman storyline, and you know, you had your poll with all 4 of them, and I said do a character spotlight on all 4, and you said that was the plan. So fantastic, fantastic. Go through the chat. Everybody telling everybody good morning. Fantastic. Oh, good, good. I'm glad you're doing better. I know you were dealing with some pain in your side. Was that from lugging all them short boxes around for the going through your comic book collection? I see your PS5 on Elden Ring a lot. No, don't get confused. Sometimes that's because I dozed off and the game is still on. So my hours played of Elden Ring is a lot higher than my actual playing time.
Yeah.
In fact, I have 19,000 runes sitting in a dungeon or sitting in one of the tombs. I hope one of the characters don't walk up on me and kill me, because it's, you know, when you die, it's sitting there. You got to recollect them. Oh man, I'm gonna be upset. Good morning, Cat Fan. Oh yeah, I know. I'm always like, oh, I lost my runes.
Yeah, because I heard I was sitting by the controller and then I felt it vibrate and I was like, what? And I never played it.
Oh, that's when I had to go outside. Those people wanted to buy the Jeep.
Yeah, so I had to try to fight the guys off, and I didn't know what I was doing, but I tried, and I told him.
Longer the beard, the older the look. Lady Prime likes them older men. You have no idea.
I do.
Is anyone here reading X-Men and catch the ending to X-Men 20? No, I'm not reading. I don't know if anybody else. I did finally buy some new books. I pre-ordered off of DCBS, Discount Comic Book Service. So shout out to them. It's easier for me to order through them and secure books than to try to plan an hour drive to go pick up books and to have a sub box. It's just easier for me to do it that way. But I did get, I believe I got Action Comics. I got whatever the most current Superman I could order, which I think was 4 or 3. And of course, then I have my options of picking from a multitude of variant covers. I should just go with cover A, but I will say that Temptation was strong on a few of them. And then I ordered whatever facsimiles they had on the table, just because I think it's real cool to have some of those older books that are way out of my price range. But yeah. Ollie James is awake. Oh, hold on. But he is not. Tell everybody hi. You can tell he's still got a little bit of sleep in his system. Did you have a good week at school this week? Yeah. All right. Fantastic. Trevor the Shipping Guru. I robbed the cradle, being almost 8 years older than my wife. She definitely likes older men, but she wants me forever to resemble what I look like on our wedding day. Man, bottom tier, you and I have a lot in common.
It's the same age gap. And then our birthdays are only 1 day apart.
Yep.
1 day.
10/28, 1980. 10/29, 1988. I wanted us to get married on October 30th. And then that way, my birthday, her birthday, our anniversary, and then Halloween didn't work out. Somebody played games.
He just wanted to get it all done.
Right. So I would never forget.
But I like how we got married in that red light special brothel.
Yes, I'm reading the X-Men run. Oh, okay, cool. And then bottom tier and David can connect on that. Okay, so yeah, so she talks about us into a dungeon. So was talking to a friend. It was actually our manager at the time at where we worked. I said, hey, me and Leah are getting married. Lady Prime are getting married. Didn't tell him that, but he's like, oh, he said that's almost creepy. My anniversary is October 1st. The connections. But we're talking to somebody. He's like, oh, dude, you can get married right away. Because like I wasn't sure how it all went down. Had never been married before. Had no plans on getting married ever. No, I had plans to get married one day. But
I had never had plans to get married or have a kid. That was not in my...
But my friend hooks me up with this phone number. I don't even think we called it, did we?
No. He was like, call Don.
Yeah, call Don, and he'd get you married right then and there on the spot. You'll just get married in downtown San Antonio. And you can pay more. Apparently, there's a fountain. He owns this cafe. He's a lawyer. There's a fountain that's kind of out in front of his cafe. He's the only one, whatever he paid the city to do, he's the only one that can marry you in front of that. we didn't pick that. And so we go to we go downtown San Antonio, and I can remember this. We asked this cop where we needed to go because we had to go to the courthouse, whatever, to file and do all the things we needed to do. This cop says, "Oh yeah, you're looking for the door with the ball and chain over the door." And we're like, "Oh, okay." And we turn to walk away. He's like, "Folks, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding." And then like the light bulb, the joke, and we start laughing with him or whatever. October 16th for the wife and I, like, oh, y'all's anniversary. I'm like, both y'all's birthday on the same day. Okay, October 16th. I just had to pause for a second there. So eventually we go to the courthouse. We fill out whatever paperwork we need. And they're like, "Oh, when do you guys plan on getting married?" And I was like, "As soon as possible, whenever." And they're like, "Well, do you want to get married today?" I said, "That would be great.
Sure.
That would be great. We're both off work this day. Let's do it." And so he's like, "Okay, well, we have to call somebody. Wait over here. You'll pay a little bit of a fee. You pay a little bit, an extra fee or whatever to get married that day." We wait for this guy. We wait for this guy. He shows up. There's another couple that's getting married that day. We were first, but somehow they got put in line before us. And I remember that dude would not open the door for his lady.
And we already knew. We looked at each other.
Well,
like,
and she's pushing the stroller with his child. And he's like, he would not open the door for her. Because I remember the Don, the lawyer that would marry both couples, was like, oh, he would run back and it's like, "I'll get that for you." And like, just, I was like, hopefully we last longer than them. So we eventually go to this guy's cafe. He takes them to go get married first. So we're just sitting there waiting and waiting and waiting. So then when it's our turn, we go downstairs to this downtown cafe in San Antonio, extremely poorly lit. The carpet has probably not been changed since 60s, 70s.
Yeah. What happened?
Okay, there we are, back. Hopefully you guys can see us. But oh, the Mario is locked, like, looked like flames to me. Yeah, it's the Flame Mario. Sorry guys. Let me pause that story. Yeah, Flame Mario. So the 8-bit style, and then you can see where did I see it? Oh yeah, the flower, right? So flower power Mario. So we go downtown. Downtown. We're in this place downtown. Like I said, Lady Prime looks at me and she says,
"Are we gonna die?"
No, you said it feels like we're in a brothel.
It does. It really did, because there was like red lights, and that's why I made the reference to the red. It's special.
Yeah. So I don't know why we disappeared for a moment. That's weird. But hopefully it holds up to the rest of the way. But we got married that day. I think that guy's friend or coworker served as our witness.
Yeah, we didn't invite nobody like that we knew.
Right. And the reason being is because I wasn't marrying her family and
I wasn't marrying his family.
Yeah. So not that the wedding ceremonies and everything, you guys want to throw a big one. Like, I have no qualms with that. It's just, this is what worked for us. And then we ran home and we proceeded to consummate the marriage.
We went to sleep.
We went to sleep. We went to sleep. Like, we were so exhausted. Like, we had just moved in together, spent that whole weekend before that. I think it was the whole vacation.
Yeah.
Whole vacation before that, moving us in together. And it's like everything was finally done and crashed out, fell asleep. Man alive. So that's
a beautiful story.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, let me jump back to the chat because I know that I saw, well, let me highlight this first before I don't want him to leave. And then Werewolf by Lunchtime. Hello from Australia. Awesome. Welcome to the Saturday morning stretch. Appreciate you jumping in. All right, let me hit the chat back up. Bottom to collector. I made the decision to nosedive into the X-verse, already getting Wolverine at X-Force, but then I quit donating plasma, which was funding the habit. I can remember going with some friends to donate plasma to pay our rent when we first moved to San Antonio. And then at some point I was just like, nah, I'm not there yet. I'm not there. You guys go. Without spoiling it, did you like the ending, Cat fan? Ollie. I like the room. We're in the living room right here. We got a lot of random decorations going on, and I tried to do it quickly so you guys wouldn't see the mess, and the mess is probably my fault. I showed Owen Ollie as you flip the camera. Fantastic, fantastic. Give Atomic Empire a shot. Oh yes, and I remember you saying that, and you were posting that you got something from them in one of your videos, and I meant to ask you, how often do you do it? Do you do it weekly? Do they send you stuff weekly? Do you get it monthly? I meant to ask you that. Give Atomic Empire a shot for mail order pull list. It's the best online comic shop for new books, in my opinion. Have to check that out. That's almost creepy. My anniversary is October 1st. No, don't do that. I need to get a mouse for this. October 16th for the lady and I. I mean, for the wife and I. Did Lady Prime just say you got married in the red light district? It
felt like it.
Eerily familiar. See, I was thinking birthdays too. Off topic, but that Mario short is awesome. So I posted on, I don't know if it was Instagram or my community tab on YouTube. I was looking for this. It was a kid's shirt. It's a gray kid's Mario shirt, and I could fit into a double XL kid shirt, and couldn't find it, so I settled on this one. Eventually found that kid's shirt, so I will be sporting that here in a video soon. Good eye, Russ. I totally hadn't noticed this shirt. It is sweet. Oh, it is Mario. Look like flames to me. So this is my what is it? The Hawaii style shirt with Mario on it. Yeah, I don't know why the camera flipped out. I don't have my phone on Wi-Fi. Usually that's my issue. I've got too much Wi-Fi running on the chat, so that's when I had issues before. It was okay. I enjoyed the run up to now. Always love X-Men characters, the storyline. Enjoying the Sins of Sinister more. I'm trying to remember what happened exactly. I read so many. Okay, yeah, and see, I don't know what was going on. Werewolf is in the chat. Appreciate that. And am I caught up? Oh no, there's some. Small weddings are good. We got married in a movie theater and showed Pitch Perfect after the ceremony. It was pretty cool. That does sound pretty cool. Wow. So, like, I like the idea of unique weddings. I don't like the idea of this huge, overthrown, extravagant party. And when I say I don't like the idea, I just mean coming from me.
For us.
Right. I don't like the idea for us because
it's not who we are.
I can only imagine the stress and stuff like that. As simple as possible, but I love that, David. Sounds awesome. My wife took a bath, and I bet I turned on the PS4 or got on YouTube when we got Oh, man. I didn't know that this stream was going to turn into, like, potential honeymoon horror stories. Yeah, we went to work the next day. See, it was, man alive. I got married in Vegas by a dude from our town in Texas. Oh, awesome. So I did go to a Vegas wedding. My ex-girlfriend, her mom and stepdad got married. It was real cool. They got married at the Flamingo. It was the first time I'd ever been to Vegas. So I was like, man, I knocked two things off the list. I went to Vegas, and I knocked out a Vegas wedding.
And I went to Vegas for a wedding for my ex.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. So yeah. I stayed at the Flamingo. She stayed a little bit more high class as you're at MGM Grand. Yeah. So that's pretty cool, Trev. It's something unique. I don't know. I know my dad and stepmom got married in Vegas, but I don't know where they wound up doing theirs. I hope an Elvis impersonator married them.
But he doesn't remember nothing.
Yeah, he doesn't. By choice, I think. I've got to get around, but I wanted to stop in and say, all right, Cat Fan, appreciate it. I used Atomic Empire, very good. Two, very good. So how do y'all do it? Okay, there we go. That's exactly what I was looking for. I get books from Atomic Empire weekly. Yeah, Brian knows what's up. Man, but see, I don't know. I hate paying shipping and handling fees. How are those fees? Because I can imagine they're pretty pricey. The mail. Oh man, when I send out Cat Fans giveaway win, and when I sent out Neil's, it was. And I don't want to use media mail because I don't want you guys to accidentally get stuck having to pay fees or whatever. So, all right, Atomic Empire. I will look it up. Now, can I do a monthly? Just they send it all to me at one time. Can I do that? Because it is convenient with DCBS. Still on paid meds. I get books from them weekly. Oh, wait. Yeah, I read that one. David, does Atomic Empire have discounts as good or better than DCBS? Hard to beat their 60% off Omnibus pre-orders. And that's true. That's one of the reasons why I really initially started using DCBS. It was during the DC's Rebirth initiative. I would get 40% off of books. Oh, I mean, okay, so 40% off Omnibus. But now comics are so expensive. that the 40% off feels like the prices that I remember playing back in the day. With Atomic Empire, you can add and subtract titles as much as you want. They don't charge until the books are shipped, so no pre-order charges at all. The more titles you add, the bigger the discount. Okay, I'll have to check that out. New collects. I got married in the front yard near the highway, and my grandma's backyard when I was with my ex-girlfriend was my plan to get married there. Looking back, it probably would have been better with her in a church or something like that because it was going to be a lot of people. I've never heard of DCBS bottom tier. Can't answer that. So DCBS, if you want to go look them up, is I think it's DCBS. I'm sorry, DCBservice.com. I think that's what it is. And so it's discount comic book service. They also run. Let me see if he said that. David, they're the parent company of In Stock Trades. There you go. That's what I was going to say. They're in Stock Trades also. And so if you want to order trades and hardbacks and things like that, for sure, In Stock Trades is the way to go just because of how much of the discounts. You don't like Midtown Comics. I have tried to manage their website, and I just didn't like how much easier it was than DCBS. DCBS is far easier. I'm sorry. Atomic Empire's discount basically cover the shipping costs. Okay, I've got to look it up. We'll see. Appreciate that. Me and Miss Werewolf got married for $80 in England and then immigrated to Australia. Man, these are fantastic stories. These are fantastic. I'm glad we could all share this morning. Neil collects. I use Midtown when they have sales. I know Super Rush, I think, used Midtown to get a bunch of Superman books in one of his older videos. I just don't know when the sales are because I would love to jump on that. What Brian said, and yes, you can have monthly shipping. Okay, so that's the way I would do it. Yes, you could pick shipping frequency with Atomic, and that's kind of what you get with a discount comic book service. The fact that they offer you also, if you want your books bagged and boarded, I guess they're willing to send it to you non-bagged and boarded. I don't know who would pick that option. But then they also offer, do you want My Lights, Mylar with your books? Shipping costs aren't cheap. They've gone up approximately 25% in the last 3 years. Yes, it's crazy. We've been married 21 years. Fantastic. Fantastic. And it's not something that is done much these days, just the way it is.
12.
Yeah, I know. I was going to say.
12.
I was going to say.
Whatever.
For whatever reason, I'm always a year ahead, though, because I think we started dating.
We met.
No, because we got married in 2011, and so I'm always like 1, 2, 3 to 13. But I'm like, no, you don't count it. 2012 was our anniversary, so I always have to take a year off. So I wanted to say 13, but I'm always like, but 12.
He met me when I was 19 years old, and I still had braces.
When did you start? In August?
August.
I met you when you were 18 years old.
Oh, never mind. Then it was when I was 18. 18 years old, braces.
You were 18 and I was 26.
Yeah.
I didn't groom her.
I groomed him.
And she still does it. She complains. She plucks my eyebrows and my ear hair. Medium mail is terrible. It takes forever to get things. I got my Death Metal 5 1 in 100 cover for $30 thanks to Man Alive. It's not bad. The cheapest 1 in 100 cover I got was or maybe it was a 1 in 50 when Marvel was doing their 3 books from Walmart. I got one of those Gleason Spider-Man ones. I got a black and white. It's a reprint, but it's I don't know what it is. I know it's a ratio variant, so that was the cheapest. I paid $10 for it. That's a sweet book bottom. Yeah, I got to look up that 1 in 100. I'm 95% sure it's a Lobo cover, isn't it? Oops. We got this far through the stream without asking about the dishes. Oh.
Don't ask.
Someone didn't work this week, so I didn't touch the dishes at all. Miss Werewolf is 24 days older than me, my cougar. That's fantastic. I love it. I love it. I don't know. Maybe it's by maturity level. I've always scaled younger girls.
Don't.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying, like.
So if you think about it, like he was saying, his maturity level, like we're the same age then.
Because you always say you're an old soul.
Yeah, I like older stuff.
Well, no, but like you did a whole lot of living too.
I did a whole lot of living when I was very young.
I hear stories and I'm like, I cry myself to sleep.
I was. If my life was a movie, what would it be? What movie would
Yeah, cuz Lobo. Laugh out loud. It's basically issue 5, cover A without the full. Oh, okay, got you. Okay, nice. Bottom tier would love that 1 in 25 Lobo I got for 50 cents, huh, fanboy? Yes, I want that Lobo that you got for 50. Okay, so I follow a lot of people on Instagram, and I don't know. Sometimes they'll say they got all these books for cheap, and I'm like, they're just lying. They just want to rub salt in my wounds. But and then on the other hand, like, there's a good chance they got those books for that cheap. Because Trev, I know there's no way you're lying about that because you just went through your books and you're like, I got a whole bunch of Green Lantern or Brightest Day, whatever you said, pickups for 50 cents, and you're just going through those books nonchalantly. You didn't even like show off. You just said, oh, that's a pretty cool cover. And I'm there in the comments, like, hey, that cover is it's that's a fire. And so then
I hear about it later. He's like, oh man, so and so found this book, or he got it for free, or he found it for 50 cents. Yeah, and I have to hear the
oh man, it's fantastic. Like
bitterness.
that you got that for 50 cents, Trev, is awesome. And I'm like, if there's any jealousy, it's that righteous jealousy. Like, I want to be you. I don't want to like take it from you. I just like I'm impressed. So congratulations.
But
that 1 in 25, 50 cent. That's like all timer pickup, man.
And I think it also frustrates him because we're in a smaller town, so we're not in the big city where he can like potentially have those.
Right. So like when I go to Half Price Books, I want to say it's probably most of the time it's already been picked through. I know I had one very, very fortunate time where they had just bought a collection from someone and every book was 50 cents. And so I picked up a bunch of Adam Hughes Wonder Woman covers for 50 cents. So like that was like my moment of glory, my moment to show off. But that Lobo, that's Green Lantern 56, I think. It's the first appearance of no, I'm sorry, it's not the first appearance of Dexter. It's the Dexter origin story. It's a great book on its own. If your life was a movie, what would it be? That's a great question. I'm taking it. Okay, yeah. We won't answer that yet. Then we'll wait till you put it in the 10 random questions or whatever. That's good.
I think I have it in my head, but I'll save
it. Got to get going. Have to go pack Girl Scout cookie donations and deliver them to first responders and such. Have a great day. Thank you, David. Appreciate it.
You missed one in your phone.
Okay. Where at?
Right there.
If you if you buy paper plate.
We're probably gonna start buying them with my new work schedule.
It'll be easier until I change my schedule. It'll probably be easier because now we're gonna have to get adjusted. It starts Monday, so we have to get adjusted to. And so the Monday stream may get changed. I may have to push the Monday stream to Fridays. I don't know yet. We're gonna see how my sleeping schedule goes because it's gonna be rough for a while.
We also have we're in baseball season. So games are Mondays, Thursdays, and then they want for practice they want Tuesdays and Wednesdays.
Really?
I forgot to tell you about that. Sorry. So yeah, it's gonna be stressful.
One of my all-time $1 bin scores was the Dead Monkey 1 in 25 Death Metal 1 cover, and I'm probably butchered that name. Death Metal 1 cover with Batman shedding on a skull guitar. That's anywhere from $10 to $100 on eBay, depending on the sale. Man, fantastic. I think the best find I've had, like at the cheapest rate, was maybe, and it's nothing spectacular. I found a Red She-Hulk, first Red She-Hulk for 50 cents, I think. I found her. I think it's her cameo and her, like I found both those books, cameo and first appearance. I think. And it just depends, when there was some speculation and all that stuff, the value of that goes up. I have to think. Maybe I found something better than that. Bottom tier, have it displayed in video 50. Man, Trev, fantastic. Problem is paper plates, the food don't taste as good. It's not like drinking wine out of a wine glass. Does food really not? Does paper plates affect the taste of food? I call him Doug Mankey. Like the Pokemon because of my Alabama drawl. Bottom tier, and I can't even speak because I fell asleep. I don't know if the Longhorns won last night, but that was the last team on my bracket. The last Final Four team of my bracket was the Longhorns. Arizona did me wrong. They were in the final. I had who were my original Final Four? I think I had Kansas, Texas, Arizona, and I don't remember. I'm not sure. But Purdue did my bracket wrong. Arizona really, really, really did my bracket wrong. I was really, really shocked to see that San Diego State defeated Alabama. Is what it is. Just crazy tournament. I've got to go look it up and go see how my bracket looks. Before we get too far, I do want to also show that I finally picked up another piece to Menasor, the combiner I showed a few months back, where the trailer combines with the robot to make the giant. I have one of the arm pieces. I have the yellow. His name is Dragstrip. Well, Formula One like kind of racer, and so really excited to finally get this. This was picked up by my friend Nightwing 207. I got a bag from him. I saw my brother for the first time in about 15 months. It's been over a year. The last time I saw him, I was getting a spider bite cut open and drained. He works at a hospital, and he set me up with a doctor that did it for free because they wanted to basically drain a wound and see what would come out. It's crazy. They told me when they injected me with the shot to numb it that as soon as they put the needle in it, blood, just squirting out. So that was, I believe that it was a brown recluse bite. If you guys know anything about the brown recluse spider, you know that basically it was on the way to having rotting flesh, I guess. I guess because what happens is it's almost like a staph infection, I think. Extremely painful. The worst part, though, was after the wound was drained, packing the wound so that you don't heal with a hole in you, or don't heal with a bubble inside you. So Lady Prime would pack the wound, and it was
so much fun, but I wouldn't even.
No, but see, the thing was, is it was healing, so it was a tiny.
Yeah.
As you're packing it, you're ripping open my flesh again. So yeah.
And then I've never seen him so paranoid or like filled with so much anxiety because he's like, send a picture to my brother. Send a picture to my brother. Does that look right? Did you do it right? Did you do it right?
No. The reason why I kept telling you to send pictures is I was waiting for the text when he would say, you don't have to pack it anymore. That's why I kept telling him to send pictures, because that was some of the worst stuff I ever experienced in my life. I didn't believe the official Alabama football account when I saw that we were upset. I went and Googled our final score. Well, see, and then I was upset. Oh, no, I had Houston. Did I have Houston in the Final Four? I'm not sure. No, I guess if I had Texas, I couldn't have had Houston. So it was one Texas team was going to make it. Very random question. How often does Lady Prime do her eyelashes? My wife is always playing around with hers.
Like, do them?
Well, he sees your eyelashes. How often do you do them?
Every day. They're a strip. I glue them on every day.
Fake lashes.
I wear fake lashes because I'm Filipino, so my eyes are very little.
You're Filipino?
A little closed. So
I didn't know.
I wear them to make my eyes look.
I'm just kidding.
Like I'm awake.
Wow, seems hard to spend time with your brother. I hope y'all get to see each other more if there's not a sibling rivalry. No, there's not a sibling rivalry. It's just
weird.
Well,
no, it's just different.
Yeah, some things happened. Some things happened on his end. It doesn't. No, Kyle didn't show up today. I guess he got mad that I rushed him off last time. I don't know. No, brother, he's a nurse in one of the hospitals there in San Antonio. Ever since the pandemic, things have been different. He went through a lot. I'll say that. Whatever your viewpoints on the pandemic are, whatever, because I know how I feel about it. But he did experience a lot of patients dying on him, and I know one in particular really, really, really bothered him. He had one man, guy was in his 20s or 30s, but he had like the mentality of like a 12-year-old. And so they would talk about cartoons and stuff because my brother is a geek like me, and talk about cartoons, and really, really was trying. He made a connection with this guy, and he was one of the ones that passed away. And so brother went through a really, really, really rough patch. He made some decisions that I'm sure I don't know, just he doesn't visit as often as he used to. I have another brother. Lay it all on the table. I have another brother who's in jail right now. So my brother came down to go to my nephew's birthday party, but also to go see my brother in jail. So it is what it is.
It's just different. It's weird because like how I grew up, like when I say my family is my siblings, my brother and my two sisters, and we're in a group chat and we text each other every day, and he thinks it's weird.
But like me and my brother can text and we just pick up wherever our last conversation was. If our last conversation was 6 months, if I could see it in the text, I mean, we could still discuss the same things. We'll mainly send and talk about Transformers and stuff like that. He was a big time Transformer collector for a while there, and so I would utilize him to, hey, look for this in San Antonio if you can. Hey, I found this. You want this? And so we would do stuff like that. Oops. I never had Alabama winning at all. Even with the upset, that's top 3 and arguably the greatest team in our school has ever had. I was hoping to make Elite 8 for the first time ever, though. And so I was told, my cousin told me that this is the first time they've had an Elite 8 without a number 1 seed at all. Yes, the wife uses fake ones. She likes the magnetic ones.
I glue them.
You glue them? Matt in the chat, comments by the Bay.
Matt in the chat.
Brian LCS, so the baseball draft got changed to Sunday. I won't be able to make that. But where are we sitting? I haven't looked it up. I need to go check it out. The fantasy baseball draft.
Mm.
Good morning, gentlemen and gentlewomen, and gentle gender neutrals, and you morning misfits. Gotta love that. Yes, exactly. Oh crap! CJ's here later, guys. Yeah. So man, it is what it is. As far as my relationship with my brother, we're 2 years apart. Once again, want to say there's no like bitterness between us. Like we don't have the sibling rivalry. We're not like, hey, I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna get this. In fact, there's something that I'm going to inherit and something that he's going to inherit when my grandmother passes away. And more than likely, we're probably going to swap just because it makes more sense. So like when we have a relationship that I don't know, it's guys. You can go months without talking to your best friend and you just pick it up right at, like it was nothing. So I feel like that's how me and my brother are. I'm not huge on family. And what I mean by that is like I have all the love in the world for my mom, love in the world for my dad, for my stepdad. But family, you didn't choose it. You were born into it. And so like I'm all about the family you make. And like I still have great love. And if the relationship is strong, the family you're born into, yeah, man, that's great. But I don't put my stock in my family. Like I'm not one of those like, oh, well, you got to be with family till the end. Brother in jail, like I'm not gonna go visit him in jail. He made his choices and whatever. I'll support him, and if he calls me, we'll talk. And when he's out of it, I talk to him, and we have a good relationship. But I don't need to go out of my way to be like, hey man, whatever. Like the family you make, and that's like friends. Whether if you attend religious, the church family you make, things like that. Like the family you make to me holds. And whether it's barely a little higher, it holds a little higher regard to me than the family that you're born into, because we see it all the time. Especially as parents get older, you see family take advantage of other family.
Sometimes family holds you back.
Well, statistics show that if you're going to be robbed in your older years, or a lot of times, a high probability that your family is stealing from yourself. So I don't take full, I don't invest in that statement that family is everything. Family is everything. I don't hold that in that highest regards. I have an odd relationship with my parents, and you have talked about this in a video before. I have an odd relationship with my parents. My sister and I have found our way to have a good relationship, though. My favorite part of my family is no longer related by marriage anymore. Gotcha. Went for lunch with my 51-year-old wife, 75-year-old mother-in-law, and 90. Man, that's fantastic. See, now I do like it when I can get together with my grandmother, my dad, myself, and Ollie, and we can get a picture with like 4 different generations of the family. I do like that. Everyone here is my family. See, and that's what I'm talking about. The connections you make because whatever various reasons, there's deeper connections than just, hey, I happen to be born because these 2 people had sex and now I have to give them my complete loyalty. Or because he's my brother. I don't know. if family watches this video, now I'm in trouble, right? Fanboy and Lady Prime. I don't know if you said before. How did you meet? We met
At the playground. No, just kidding.
we worked in the same restaurant. I was dating someone, she was dating someone, and it turned into this huge, disgusting ordeal. And then there were some other missteps, but we dated for a little while in 2009 for about 3 months. Broke up. Did not talk for about 6 months to 9 months.
And still had to work with each other.
I still had to work with each other. And then started talking again. And I don't know when we started talking, maybe by summer of 2010. Then we kind of became friends again August of 2010. No, I say we didn't become friends again. When we started talking, we were becoming friends again. August of 2010, we started dating again. And then we were married January 3rd, 2011. So I don't know. My extended family doesn't make an effort to be close to me, so the behavior is returned. I'm with you, Prime. My real friends and the comic community is my actual family. Well, there you go, man. Yes, what a timeline for sure. Amen, Trev. Amen by the man. I'm doing a video maybe today about friendships on YouTube. Yeah, man, fantastic. I don't know, it's different. It's different than like social media friendships you can make. Like I know I've kind of met some people on family is less crazy than mine. See, and that's the funny thing is like we see each other on YouTube and like we get along with everything. We don't know everybody's complete backstory. I don't know. You seem to say your family's a little crazier than mine. So, it's fun to share, but I don't know.
Let's have a battle of who's the crazy. No, I'm just kidding.
But you got some crazy family too.
No, I do.
Like,
and then like
unfortunate circumstances for sure.
Like my story's all jacked up. But anyways, that's for a story time. But I was gonna say, like, for friendships, for me, like, I have a hard time making friendships with women. Like, that's my hardest thing, because growing up, just don't have a good relationship with my mom. And yeah, that's like what would you call that? The foundation of why I don't know how to have friendships with with the women. So I keep to myself. But I do have one friend. She's out in Corpus.
You mean all your friends were guys? I know what that means.
No, my one friend she's out in Corpus, like, and we click, like, we think the same, like, and that's the first time I want to say.
My wife's family is less crazy. Okay, gotcha. I love family, but living far hasn't been as bad as I thought. If you really want to visit, you'll make your way. Yeah. And so, and I don't want this to be like I'm like all against my family. I'm not. I love them. I just, like I'm. The statement that family is everything, you don't turn your back on family. I don't believe that, because I believe there's times when it is absolutely necessary to turn your back on family. So, yeah, my wife and I are Walmart sweethearts and work together. I was pretty much done with dating, but she had what I wanted. So waiting for her to get rid of, to get tired of her boyfriend. I remember you talking about that in one of your 10 random questions. Well, guys, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. That way everybody has some time off before Brian's stream. This live stream was kind of all over the place. Lady Prime, what do you got?
What's your favorite British rock band? Oh man, I don't know. What is yours?
Does Oasis count? Or should I say the Beatles, the British Invasion? But
go ahead.
You're thinking on it?
I'm thinking on it.
All right, guys. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up here. That way we can all be in Brian's stream, the Breakfast with Brian. We'll wrap that up. Everybody, go take your 5 minutes, get your coffee, get your donuts, get whatever you need. And I appreciate you being here. Like I said, the stream was kind of all over the place. I didn't kind of go where I wanted, and I didn't do the giveaway. So Neil, next YouTube's a good one. Next week we'll do 2 giveaways. I will advertise that ahead of time. Next week, 2 giveaways. And thank you guys. Let me go ahead and send you guys out with Ollie James. And I will see you guys Monday if you guys pop up on the Monday stream. And then I will see you guys in the various live stream chats. Later.
Video. Say thank you for watching. Subscribe.
Bye.
Say
Bye. See you next time.